cabrón.
Well, welcome back. We're here now, of course, for the main event press conference, the WBA World Featherweight title, the Super WBA Featherweight World title against the champion, Leigh Wood, against Mauricio Lara, this Saturday, live on DAZN around the world from the Nottingham Arena. And what a fight we have here. Someone said to me earlier, what gives you a big fight feeling? And it's just driving up the M1, excited, thinking about what might happen on Saturday night. Thinking about the atmosphere, thinking about the great nights we've experienced in this arena. Carl Froch beating Lucien Boutte, Leigh Wood beating Michael Conlan. Honestly, on Saturday night, I think you're going to get the best we've ever seen in this city. This is a tremendous fight to bring to the UK, and we're so proud of Leigh Wood, the champion, for accepting this challenge as the champion. The first time you see an underdog in his home city take a voluntary defence. Him and his trainer, Ben Davison, they see something. They see an opportunity to become the daddy of the division on Saturday night. For me, this is to determine the #1 fighter in the 126-pound division. There's going to be drama, there's going to be excitement, there's going to be plenty of violence. And this is going to be a tremendous fight on Saturday night. We cannot wait. Welcome to the team of Mauricio Lara, welcome to the team of Leigh Wood, and we'll start with Mauricio and Alejandro. Welcome. I'll ask you, a massive opportunity. I guess you may have been surprised when this opportunity came, but what a tremendous fight and a massive chance for your man Mauricio Lara to become world champion on Saturday.
Quizás una oportunidad que vino de sorpresa de poder pelear por un título mundial, pero es una oportunidad enorme para Mauricio Lara para convertirte en campeón del mundo el sábado por la noche.
Sí, así es. Antes que nada, agradecer la oportunidad a la empresa Matchroom, agradecer al equipo de Leigh Wood de habernos dado la oportunidad para que Mauricio esté a 2 días de poder cumplir el sueño tantas veces anhelado de disputar un título del mundo y ser campeón mundial, que para eso ha entrenado y se ha esforzado tanto tiempo. Lo buscó desde la primera vez con Josh Warrington, la pelea por el título del mundo no se dio, pero en esta ocasión estamos muy contentos y muy seguros de que lo va a conseguir.
So first and foremost, I want to say thank you very much, Eddie, for the opportunity. We also have to thank Leigh Wood's team for this opportunity, for giving Mauricio the opportunity. He's now just 2 days away from becoming world champion. It was a dream that he's had for a long, long time. We hoped that he'd do it against Josh Warrington. Unfortunately, that title or that fight wasn't for a world title in the end. But I'm totally convinced now that through all the hard work and suffering he's gone through, that he's going to become world champion on Saturday night.
Alejandro, you know this man, you know the journey that he's been on. Tell us a little bit about that and how much does he want victory on Saturday night?
Alejandro, tú sabes bien del camino, de la trayectoria que ha tenido Mauricio Lara durante su carrera boxística. ¿Cuánto lo quiere este título del mundo para el sábado por la noche?
Como todo peleador, el máximo aspiración es ser campeón mundial, pero yo conociendo a Mauricio hace más de 6 años, desde el momento en que platicamos la primera vez, él siempre tuvo un sueño de ser campeón del mundo y él decía, yo quiero conquistar el título y que mi nombre sea recordado en la historia del boxeo mexicano, en la historia del boxeo mundial. Y estamos a tan solo 2 días de que lo pueda conseguir. La verdad es que yo lo veo muy seguro, muy confiado y estamos muy motivados todo el equipo y todo México que está muy pendiente de que va a poder conseguir su sueño.
Yeah, so, you know, like all fighters, they always go on and say that I want to be world champion. They always have that maximum dream. But Mauricio always said that to me. I met him a little over 6 years ago, and he always said it was a dream to become world champion. And he always said that he wanted his name to sound in Mexico and to be a name that's recognized. And now he's just 2 days away from this. And we're really, really confident, we're really motivated. Not just us, but everyone back home in Mexico. They believe that he will become world champion.
Thank you, Alejandro. Ben Davison, part of the team, part of the reason that we're here, not just for previous fights, but both you guys chose this fight. It wasn't Leigh Wood against your will. It was you two together. I said, Mauricio Lara is the guy. I said, and I want to take the credit for this fight, but you two have to take the credit. I said, let's have an easy one. You just had fight of the year. You've got the whole city behind you. Leigh Wood said, I don't want easy ones. I don't think I'll box well in easy ones. I said, what about Kiko Martinez? You went, no, what about Mauricio Lara? People still don't understand. I'm sure you say people will see on Saturday night. You know how tough this challenge is. but you two firmly believe that you have got the beating of this man and will establish yourself as number one in the division on Saturday night.
Yeah, styles make fights more than levels, and Leigh Wood's been written off numerous times for his career. When he lost it for the British title early on, when he lost in the Golden Contract, when he was boxing Kanzu, when he was boxing Michael Conlan, and every time, he's come back better and stronger, and that's and rose to the challenge, and that's when you see the best of Leigh Wood. And exactly that, what you just said there, I think that a fight that Leigh's heavy favourite in, you won't see the best from Leigh Wood, and as I said, styles make fights, and Mauricio Lara is a very brave fighter, a very dangerous fighter, but in the midst of chaos lies opportunity, and I just believe that you can't be as reckless as he is against a puncher like Leigh Wood.
People talk about how tough Mauricio Lara is, people talk about how hard Mauricio Lara punches. You've long said, I remember sitting down in the bubble for the Reece Mould fight, just when you started working with Leigh, I've never known power like this, pound for pound power on a fighter. This guy has the opportunity and the ability to take you out at any time.
He does. Look, Leigh by far, it doesn't. There is no doubt in my mind who the bigger puncher is, but that's not always how it plays out in a fight. That who punches harder wins the fight. That's not always how the fight plays out. But Leigh is very well drilled, very well prepared. He knows exactly what he needs to do, and will have the intelligence and the IQ to create the opportunities and scenarios that favour him in the fight, for him to execute what he needs to execute to end the fight.
Obviously, you work with a lot of fighters as well. How much and how different is it going into this fight, almost, with the fear factor of fighting a Mauricio Lara, how much your fighter will be switched on day in, day out in camp on fight week. He knows that he can't make mistakes on Saturday. He's experienced that cauldron of the full packed-out arena in Nottingham. He has those experiences those nights, but he knows as well the challenge that's ahead, and you've had a focused man this camp.
Yeah, Leigh Wood's not fear is not anything to do with Leigh's mindset going into this fight. We're very confident, Leigh's very confident, and if anything, Mauricio Lara needs to be worried and feared Leigh Wood, because he'll be the one that comes out victorious, and he's the danger man in the fight.
Thank you, Ben. Mauricio, welcome. I should know better as your team that promotes you, but I was only reminded yesterday that you are only 24 years of age, so young in the sport of boxing, but have experienced so much in your career. On Saturday night, you are convinced that you become world champion in Nottingham.
Mauricio, bienvenido en primer lugar. Debería saber esto ya, pero algunas personas me recuerdan que solo tienes tan solo 24 años, pero tienes tanta historia ya en el boxeo, has cumplido tantas cosas. El sábado estás convencido que vas a ser campeón del mundo.
Hola, buenas tardes a todos. Buenos días, perdón. Sí, me siento contento, entusiasmado y sé que me he preparado como nunca para esta pelea. Sé que es la oportunidad de mi vida y como he dicho, soy una persona que las oportunidades la toma al primer instante, ¿no?
So first and foremost, can I say hello to everyone here? Hope you're well. I'm feeling really, really happy. I mean, as I say, this is an opportunity that has come round, and when opportunities do come round, I take them with both hands, and I feel that I'm convinced that I will win.
You are known as the danger man in the division. Leigh Wood's trainer just says that you should fear Leigh Wood in this fight with his punch power as well. You take this fight very seriously, and you know this is a very dangerous fight for you.
Obviamente hemos escuchado al equipo de Leigh Wood diciendo que tú también te debías tener un poco de miedo porque él también tiene el poder y también tienes que tomarlo como una pelea seria, ¿no? Ese sábado por la noche.
Bueno, claro, sabemos que yo ningún boxeador lo menosprecio, ¿no? Pero sé qué capacidad tiene Bronco Lara para una pelea del título del mundo. Sé que estoy muy bien preparado, sé que vengo con muchas ganas. Como lo dije, espero se haya preparado muy bien para una guerra. Yo no vengo a una pelea, yo vengo a una guerra, a morirme en la raya, a llevarme el título del mundo sí o sí.
So of course, I'm not disrespecting him in any way, but I just know the capability of Bronco Lara and he will go on and win the world title. I've prepared better than ever, and I prepared not for a fight, for a war, and I'm prepared to leave absolutely everything in there.
And finally, the UK fans have become familiar with your style, all action, dangerous, sometimes reckless, but always explosive. Is that what they should expect on Saturday? And do you win this fight by knockout?
Obviamente tenés como fans británicos ya conocen tu estilo, que eres muy explosivo, a veces haces cosas muy descuidadamente en el ring. ¿Podemos esperar lo mismo el sábado por la noche y va a ser un KO para el Bronco Lara?
Claro, vengo a esto, yo os lo dije, esta pelea no va a terminar por decisión, esta pelea no va por decisión, entonces, como lo dije, ya Reino Unido es como mi segunda casa, me siento muy contento de que me hayan un buen recibimiento aquí, que me apoyen en redes sociales, la verdad, vengo a dar todo este 18 de febrero.
So of course, I've prepared as well as I possibly can. I feel like this is almost my second home. This will definitely not go to the scorecards, I can tell you that. The UK, as I say, is like my second home. I feel like I've been supported on the social media platforms, and I'm going to give absolutely everything on the 18th.
Thank you, Mauricio. Lee, welcome back. It's almost, like another day in the office now. I remember giving an interview, with the BBC yesterday, and I said, I remember Carl Froch for years and years just saying to me, do me a favour, give Lee Wood 6 rounds on my undercard because he's just, he's a great fighter and he's got big support, but he's just not getting the chances. Amazing to see that after all those struggles and all those efforts, you're in fights like this to ultimately decide, I believe, who is the #1 fighter in the division on Saturday night.
Yeah, it's been a long journey to get here. And first of all, why is this not public, this one? I promised to 300 people to sing something here, So I'm going to get a bit of stick for that. But yeah, like you said, just that little kid at the Froch fights trying to get a little slot on the undercard. I've come a long way since then. And there's nothing that's going to beat me on Saturday night. Nothing at all. Nothing that it can bring that I'm not prepared for. Is ready for a war, but I'm ready for a smart, tactical knockout.
Ben said yesterday that you hate going into fights as the favourite. Was that a little bit, and I was surprised at the actual odds for this fight. I see this fight as a 50-50 fight, as many do, but you are another big outsider going into this fight. Is that part of the mindset where you've kind of always been that underdog for your career and many expecting you to fall short on Saturday night, but they were against Kanzu, they were against Michael Conlan, and you keep on proving the odds wrong?
Yeah, I think the underdog mentality going into a fight does help a little bit. It's more of having that danger with the Zukan fight. It was punches, output, massive output. You're going to get your head used as a speedball, blah, blah, blah. So there's a bit of fear factor of that angle to get me up for the fight. With the Conlan fight, he was a southpaw. Bearing in mind, I boxed 1 in my career before then, competitively. Very, very skillful and massive amateur pedigree. So there was that factor as well. This fight, it's a new approach. But a similar kind of thing. We've got the fear factor, he can punch, he's dangerous. Whichever way this fight goes, I'm prepared for it. But like you say, the underdog mentality, not only I strive on, but I kind of need it. So.
And finally, just a couple of 100 tickets left away from a sellout. Shout out to Auntie Sue as well. Has done a great job. You've done over 3,000 tickets yourself, or Sue has.
We sell out, we complete sellout.
We've got a couple of 100 tickets there. We'll be a complete sellout on Saturday night. So if you're in Nottingham, make sure you're part of this. But a quick word on the support. It's tough times at the moment.
Yeah.
Everyone is obviously have a cost of living crisis. People want more value than ever when they're attending events. They're going to get a tremendous night and a great fight on Saturday. But a word for your city that really have shown out. And last time in the Michael Conlan fight, in that 9,000, there was probably 5,000 or 5,500 Nottingham and 3,500 Irish. The full lot, no disrespect to the travelling Mexican fans, but I don't think there's going to be many on Saturday night. But 9,000 in there for you cheering, the ring walk, everything we've created. This is what you've dreamed of for a long time.
Yeah, it's going to be special. And I've said this in previous interviews this week, it is going to be a wolf pit. It's going to be a cauldron, hostile. So massive thank you to everyone from Nottingham. And further afield, Aunt Sue's told me that the tickets have gone all over the place, not just in Nottingham, even Ireland. So we've got a few new fans as well coming down. But yeah, it's going to be a great atmosphere. So thanks for getting behind me. Every time I get in that ring, I put it all on the line. Every single drop of me is going into this fight. Whatever I have to do, by hook or by crook, by knockout or by points, whatever it takes. If I have to pick myself up, I can pick myself up. And I've shown in my last fight, I'm resilient, I can punch, I'm fit, and I'm headstrong, which is the most important thing in boxing, that mental capacity of not deciding to give up.
Well, thank you, Lee. Team Lee Wood, Team Mauricio Lara. What a fight on Saturday.